In the very beginning, my wife and I decided that this was something that we wanted to do, so I went to the city to rent ice and just went and did it.
This is a special needs hockey program for kids with autism, Down syndrome. The idea is to give them a venue to play hockey.
Well, as far as my oldest son, because he had autism, I thought that's not really a great reason for him not to be able to play. It was something that I enjoyed doing, and I still do now. It's something that you can play for the rest of your life. You don't have to be competitive at it. You just have to be able to do it. The first day was, we had kids with bicycle helmets on. We had some kids with no skates on. It was quite a ragtag bunch to start with, but it didn't take long, and we kept progressing, and by the time we'd done probably 3 or 4 weeks, mostly everybody was wearing gear and hockey helmets and masks. During that season, it was a little bit hit and miss, so during that time I thought it would be nice to have a regular ice time. So at that point I contacted the city of West Kelowna, and I was in touch with Christy, who was amazing.
Phil came to me and said, I'm looking for a type of hockey program for kids that won't quite fit the mold for whatever reason in a regular type hockey program. We thought, oh, well, we don't offer anything like this. No one in the Valley offers anything like this. And if we have this parent that's totally gung-ho to take it and run with it, and all we need to give them is ice time, then let's go for it.
We didn't really know how many kids we would have for sure. We knew from the year before we had about 8 or 10 that we thought would return, but it didn't take long, and we were up to 15, 16 players, I believe, in the first year. And it just grew from there. I mean, now we're at 26 players this year. We have a great coaching staff. Trevor Long is a coach that's come on board to help me. Every weekend he comes with a new lesson plan. We've always made sure that the lesson plans fit everybody's skill set. So we make sure that the youngest kids who are new to skating get what they need all the way to the strongest players.
We had my son in the minor hockey programs, and he just couldn't cope with the structure and the fact of winning and losing. And so we actually ended up pulling him out. I gave Phil a call, we had a quick conversation, and then the following year we got with the program. Oh man, like 2 inches lower? You just sniped that.
Yeah,
you guys are really good.
I got it, but there was too many guys on me for me to get it back in front of the net. So.
That's the smart play. Pass it to the open guy. Keep that guys up. You guys will be scoring lots.
What's happened with our Wildcats program, because we started in 2006, some of our players at the time were 14 years old or even older. Well, these guys now are 25, 26 years old. And so last year we were able to start the Wild, which is an adult program. 3/4 of those kids, or those, I should say kids, they're adults on that team are alumni from the Wildcats. And then we have other players that have joined that haven't played with us before. Kind of what we were hoping for is to have a succession plan for the Wildcats so that you never have to stop playing hockey. At this point, it's lifelong. There's no age limit for our adult program.
Without this organized program or organization, I mean, I probably wouldn't be playing. You know, everybody's getting the opportunity to play, get the puck, pass, shoot, come out and get some exercise, meet some new people. I mean, it's just a great experience for everybody.
I think it's fun to just come out here and skate with all these people that I have gotten to know. It's certainly nice to just play hockey while not have it be any sort of competition. It's for fun, and it's just something I enjoy doing.
Good work, John. Having fun? Yeah. You're doing well, buds.
2 of the players that play on the adult team are now 2 of our coaches. Nick Marino and Murtis are both coaches now, which is great, you know, to have those guys out there. They really enjoy doing it.
Some people aren't even able to play it at all, and I'm really glad that I was able to be part of this. I'm really glad that as years went by, I started helping more, and it's just a real pleasure. It's always a good feeling to help out others.
My participation, I don't know, I guess from the very beginning, it was magical. When the first time we stepped on the ice. It's something that I look forward to doing every Saturday morning, to be with the younger kids. And Nick's not able to participate every Thursday night, but it kills me to not make it there for Thursday night for the older guys now. It's a very fulfilling and rewarding thing, and I look forward to it every week.
A lot of the issues that we've had with our son Kalen is that a lot of his play is parallel play. He probably doesn't want to just parallel play, but he doesn't really know how to engage with other people to play together. Whereas with hockey, you're doing it together. You pass the puck to each other, you celebrate goals together. That's one of the biggest things that I find for my son is that he is part of a team.
Every Saturday he gets to sit with all boys and girls and they talk about whatever their likes are. We have pizza parties, they have Christmas parties, and they start seeing these kids outside in other programs as well. So then they're able to take the skills they've learned here and apply it to those programs. They're able to apply it towards school.
A challenge with having him on a regular team, it wouldn't work, or in a regular sport. We've tried that before. It just makes his differences more pronounced, whereas the hockey team, it's so inclusive and everyone's so welcoming. People don't care if your kid is scoring a goal, if they're distracted. It's really accepting.
The thing that still amazes me is that you've got kids that want to take this black piece of rubber and put it into a net. You know, there's no really way you can explain why everybody wants to do it, but let me tell you, when they score, it's amazing. You know, the cheering, and they go for the glove slaps at the bench. So it's amazing to watch something like that when, you know, they've never really had a chance to do that kind of thing.
Phil's a great person. There isn't a day that goes by that you know, somebody might come with a certain challenge for him and he's got a response for it.
Phil always has a smile. He embraces the kids, he engages the kids, he, you know, talks to them, wants to know about them, and he just, you know, gives everything of himself to that team.
A lot of these people, I mean, if they would have went to anywhere else, I mean, they would have been turned down, and people would have said, why are you coming here? This is not for you, just leave. But, you know, without Coach Phil, I mean, we wouldn't be where we are.
Coach Phil is a nice guy. He's a funny person.
If it wasn't for like Phil starting all this, my son would never have played hockey.
I don't think he gets enough credit. The kids love him. I couldn't imagine anybody else that is able to do what Phil does with these kids.
Being here since the very beginning for these, 11 years, I still think back to as far as I can remember and see how me and the people who are currently on the Wild, which were here since the beginning, it's amazing to see how far they've gone. Like, I still remember in the beginning, I, along with them, were really new to this game, and it was hard. I still remember my very first days, I could barely grab the puck from the others. And over these 11 years, we've became amazing. I just watch them play, and I'm like, they're just doing absolutely amazing.